You can never say, what do you want to be when you grow up? A rapper. Like, it's
but it's
never
what I was saying. People don't put themselves into it. They just say, I'm going to be a rapper, and then they just be a rapper. You know, there's levels to it.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's actually a beautiful art.
Yeah, it really is.
Jinx. That's it.
But so I give that speech in front of these people.
Was that cringe? That was cringe.
I thought it was cute. I thought we had a cute moment.
Yeah, that's.
She's just a hater.
Right,
she's being a hater.
She goes.
Oh, did she sunk into it? 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Ruse Radio, episode 30. It is a pleasure to see you. Can you introduce yourself? Who's our guest today?
My name is Mysterwre. I don't care how you say it. Just please spell it right. There's no I. You know what I'm saying? Face maskery, twisted hairy. Face maskery again, because I have the logo, and my lovely girlfriend who's here made it. So
if we had a third camera, it'd be on her.
Yeah, you can't see her, but that's okay because you don't need to see her anyway.
She's here. Yeah, you guys don't need to see her.
Yeah,
leave her alone. Leave her. But she's taking pictures, so if you want to get a picture taken, hit her up.
Yeah.
we have to advertise. Anyway, how's it going? What's going on? And with Faint Crew and Mysterwre?
Yeah, Faint Crew is doing a great job at working music in the vault. We have a lot of music in the vault. Faint Crew, you probably haven't heard about it yet, but you will come 2021 because
everybody's heard of Faint Crew. If you haven't heard of Faint Crew, you're missing out.
Yeah,
that's what I try to tell people. I don't know what you're doing if you haven't heard of Faint Crew. Must be some kind of idiot.
Yeah, man, we have studio sessions. We have studio sessions all the time.
Yeah.
So,
well, who's all in Faint Crew?
Okay.
For those who don't know,
spot. You have myself.
Yes.
You have Rocko Tesla.
Yes.
Who was kind of the head of it. A big shout out to him.
The top dog.
Rocko has a new music video out. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
No, not Dave Chappelle. Burn in Hell is the title of it. Sorry.
I don't want your love.
It's a good video.
You've been replaced. Some days I just sing that song. Some days.
Yeah, I was singing it the other day and I was like, whoa, no
it's a good song.
Rocko, but when I first heard it, I was like, this is interesting. But it's one of those songs where you just listen to and it gets stuck in your head.
For sure.
Yeah. So a big shout out to Rocko. I'm really proud of him. He's doing some good things. You have Jace Fetty, who I feel like him and I are alike a lot with our viewpoint of how we write our music. I have one song with Jace that him and I, like, it's just us. That hasn't came out yet, still unreleased, but that's a very lyrical one. So I can respect his penmanship a lot. He's really lyrical.
Jace is like lyrical in this way where you'll never see it coming. He just gets lyrical out of nowhere. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. And even what he talks about, like, because the topic of the song was very, like, bland. You know what I'm saying? That rhymed. And he just came out with something that you're going to hear, but he just shifted the song, and I just grew so much respect for him as an artist. So, Fetty, if you're watching this, keep doing what you're doing.
Shout out Jace Fetty. Shout out the homie.
You got Big Rome.
Do you have any artists that you look up to out here? Anybody that you really respect out here?
Yeah. I really. I'm a big fan of Pac-Man right now. Everything he's doing, I'm just watching. And I know he's not in Flint anymore, but he still shows a lot of love. Like, I know he was just down here on Dirt Highway the other day giving out 60 turkeys. I wish I would have known about that,
Right.
Rocko got to meet him, but it's okay. But I want to meet that man. Like, I appreciate what he's doing. The fact that he's still working at the what he does, mail.
Yeah.
I forgot what the job is called, but post office. Yeah, he still does that while he's a rapper. Like, he still works his job just because he loves it that much. I think that really shows a lot of humbleness towards him. But yeah. I just very recently started listening to Jeff Sky. I like his work, you know. And those are the people that are in Flint that I like. But when you go to Beecher, you know, yes, I like Grams, I like Rio, I like Jay.
Mm-hmm.
They're really cool. Yeah.
They're all cool.
Yeah.
They're all cool. See, it's hard for me to pick favorites. It really is. Like sometimes I'll say people that I really like a lot, but it's really hard for me to pick a favorite. Because for me, it's usually just people that I kind of see qualities of myself within, in a way, kind of. It's like somebody like Lil Lurka. I really respect somebody like him because he just has this kind of style where it reminds me. Well, his songs are never similar to one another. He's really versatile.
Right.
He's got a lyricality to him. Just there's a lot of things about him that I really do respect.
Yeah.
As a creator, like not just as a hip hop artist and not just as like, you know, any specific thing, just as a person, I can see that kind of grind within what he's doing. And people like that I really respect a lot.
That's that's where you gain most of my respect is because music, when you go into music, there's so many things that's already been done.
Yeah.
So what can you bring that's different?
I agree.
And since you brought up Lil Lurka, I just respect him because he's very volatile. Like even one of his music videos that I was watching.
Which one do you know?
No, I don't. But I know
he's been dropping a lot. So
yeah, I know it's a particular one that the homie Lance shot behind the scene videos for.
Okay.
But it was just the video was just crazy. It was not. Nothing was the same.
Well, and I really like somebody like that. You can tell his vision is so strong. You know what I'm saying? Like it really speaks through his art in such a way, and it's so cool. And that's like what I strive for is that kind of energy.
Energy.
It's energy, exactly. And just people like that and it feels natural and real. Those are the people that I really like look out for.
They stand
Vega.
out.
I see myself in Vega in a lot of ways. If you're familiar with him, he does a lot of like lyrical stuff, but he's really good at because the thing is about rappers over time is that we've all kind of done this thing where we start doing this thing where no, I said it all wrong. Let me go back. Rappers, we all were nerds all along. Is what it is, and you can like go back and in the 90s you can see like all these video game references and all this stuff. But nowadays it's gotten so much less like stigmatized to be a nerd. The rappers will straight up just do it. Yeah. So forgot why I brought that up. It was because of Vega. Yes, and Vega he made a whole album where it's like it's called Holographic. I think I told Rocko about this. It was Rocko or Jackman, one of the last podcasts. I swear, I just told one of them.
Go watch it.
I keep plugging this. But Holographic, and it's like based on Pokemon cards. So like the album is like a holographic Pokemon card.
See, that's
and like
that's
Vega.
creative.
His name is Vega, like Sega.
Yeah.
And there's so many different video game references. He'll just drop throughout his bars.
Yeah,
so it's like part of his thing. And I really respect, and he's always himself. That's the other thing is he's always like you can just tell he's just having a good time.
Nothing's wrong with that. I feel like
for sure.
I feel like rappers try to get stuck into a specific algorithm.
Yeah.
As soon as you get some money, you got to get a grill. You got to get a lot of stuff that we already heard before. But I really appreciate that nowadays. I feel like more and more rappers are starting to just be themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
And it makes me comfortable because I can be myself now, because when I started rapping, what I saw is what I wanted to be. And I always saw jewelry. I always saw flexing money and things like that. I've never done any because I never had it like that.
Yeah.
But now, at the position that I'm in now, and the way the generation is going as far as how people showcase and display themselves in music, I finally feel like I don't need a gold watch on to do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to respect you for your personality, and you should show that in your music.
I agree. Well, and music's all about being yourself, 100%. Like, you should never feel like, because that's the thing. I think a lot of that gets lost, and it's lost in the sauce nowadays. I tell you, like it really does, because people, they'll get this idea that like you don't have to like writing music is literally as simple as just writing a song and just making. You can kind of tell through what they're saying and what is represented in the music, where their intent lies is kind of how I look at it. Yeah. But like, it's like what I was saying about energy and performance and all of that. Like that's why I look for those things. Energy made this one. Sorry. I had to. Well, that's why. That's a good one. Good one. But that's why I always look for those things. Is because like I'd rather see that than see somebody who's just making music to make music. And so it's all about like not caring about whether or not you're wearing a chain to show up to a podcast. You're just being yourself when you show up, and you're always yourself. Exactly. And that comes through the art if you can just do that all the time, in my opinion.
Like 100%. Be yourself 100%. Because I'm not going to say names, but these are, rappers that are up there. But
I'm not going to say names, but this guy, and this guy.
This particular person who is with the baby a lot. Ooh. That's the closest I'll get. But I don't want to, my vibes are positive though. In his music, there's so much energy.
For sure.
I love it. But it seems like when I see like interviews, he comes up and the guy's like, "Yeah, man, you're doing a great thing with your music, and I just love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, yada yada yada." Right? And then he's just like, "Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, cuz." You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no. Where's all that in your regular life, Because lately,
and I feel like it's a missed opportunity because you could like that if people don't know who you are. Yeah. And your answers to the questions are, "Thanks, cuz."
Yeah. Appreciate it, famo. You know what I'm saying?
What are we going to get out of that?
Yeah, man. It's so.
I mean, but hey, maybe there's some dude that's real soft spoken out there that watches that interview and goes, "Yeah, that guy's just like me, bro."
Somebody just watching. That nigga dope. Yeah, I like him.
Dope, bro. I like him. And then he goes and looks him up. So, I mean, maybe that's him being himself in his own way. Itself, you know what I mean? I
understand. Maybe just what I seen was, these people are busy, they get tired and things like that, but I'm never going to just, give half.
Yeah.
Like ever. Like if I ever have an opportunity of something visual or like, that's just always how it was. Like when people ask me for a feature, I always give my best. Ask Rocko. Like if you're trying to, hit me up for some music or things like that, or if you want studio time, I engineer it my best.
Right.
Just because that's how I want to be known as. Like, oh yeah, Ree. Oh yeah, I know Ree. Yeah, he mixed my song for me. Yeah, he made that song. Great. I gotta do another one with him. Stuff like that, I just want to be known as. That's why you and I had a beautiful conversation before the podcast started where I was just telling you, like, I really appreciate what you're doing,
Thank you.
Because I don't feel like you get enough credit because you do a lot of work that I feel goes overlooked and unnoticed, And that's, you help a lot of people out, And I just feel like that should be more respected, man. More people in Flint should get their credit. Give me my credit.
Listen, man, it's hard because I agree with you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand that there is a level of you truly do have to be humble in this way. Because if you're not, you'll get carried away and you'll truly think that you're the best shit. And there's nothing that's ever gonna come close or blah blah blah. You'll believe all that. And I really think it's like if you always just keep that same exact thing that you always knew you were from the beginning, you just never ever let it get to your head. You just know what it is. Like I know what I am. Then it's all fine. And then everything else, like I said, it's kind of like knowing who you are, it being yourself. It all comes from there. The thing, I posted it on Facebook the other day, but I saw it in it was funny because it was a Joe Rogan podcast, but he was like, Joe Rogan was super drunk, so he didn't get it. But the guy said this thing where he said, art or music is like the only area where being in touch with yourself is the currency, as opposed to a level of accomplishments. So if you're in touch with yourself, it's so much easier for you to communicate on a musical level than someone who's not in touch with themselves. And I thought that was such like an eloquently put point, because that's exactly what it is. It's like, if you can just get in touch with that, and that's the whole thing that I'm trying to say is like, you know, I could say, well, I really wish I got more acknowledgement. I'm doing all this out here. But at the same time, that kind of is counterintuitive to what I'm actually doing, if I were to say that. Because what I'm doing is trying to bring people together. And so if I say, man, y'all ain't even paying attention to me, you should be paying attention to me, it's like, it will happen, because I know it will happen, because I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. You're going to get your flowers.
Well, and dude, 60 seconds is my best idea ever. And I truly do think that, like, it's something that allows a lot of people a platform that they wouldn't have had, and it gives everybody a voice in their own way. And that was just kind of my first true way of learning, like, that it's really not about me. Like, I mean, I was doing it just to do interviews. This will be cool. And like throughout it, you learn, like, it's not about me. Yeah, it's about all of these other people and all of these things that they have to say, and you learn so much when other perspectives are thrown your way that you wouldn't have even. Right. It's so fun, and then you show up. Because a lot of the time you don't know how someone's going to be, and you show up and you talk to them, and it's just that genuine kind of back and forth is such a human thing, and I really just love that part of it more than anything. Or just when you make a song, it's about me putting me into it, so the person listening gets that back and forth. Yeah, sometimes it's all that.
Sometimes we work so hard to be different and branch out, and you forget. You have moments where you realize we are a lot alike. Yeah, like, we are all like, we have the same goals. You know, we have the same visions. For sure. We have the same. The only thing that's different is we don't have the same work ethic. We don't have the same plan. We don't have the same strategies. But when we get together, you realize that, like you said, it's such a human thing. Like, we realize how alike and how some of the same wishes for success, some of the same desires. Like, yes, we want to make it out. Yes, we want to grow. You know what I'm saying? So,
one thing about, like, music too is that it allows for that, like, kind of, like, you can bring people together in a different way than normal. I think it's so much easier to get a point across or a message across with something like that. Like, I can, at least for me. And the other thing I was going to say too is I think that, like, you know, things like the internet, it creates this idea that we communicate on this level. And then when you see someone in person and you talk to them in person, it's just not the same thing. And so I think that, like, I really like how things like podcasts or something like this does kind of humanize that whole thing, because it really, or something like an interview can humanize that. Yeah. Because you really should, like, humanize your art in a way. In my opinion, it shouldn't be so disconnected, unless you're, like, doing some artsy-fartsy way out there stuff, in which case, do whatever you want. Right. But I think, you know, a lot of people just like connecting with the artist. And, like, you know, it's so much easier to get through to a person, in my opinion, if you're really putting yourself out there. Yeah. In my opinion. Some people would just rather be swagging, and that's their thing. And I mean, if that's your thing, I ain't hating on you.
I mean, there's only so much you can do musically. Yeah. Because
I just want to affect people positively.
Rhyme.
Oh, and yes, you're right.
You have to make it rhyme. You have to make it
there
entertaining, are humorous. You got to have a dope punch. At least if you're, you know, doing what I'm doing, you're trying to be lyrical and add all this figurative language. But you know, it's really nice to also have, you know, visuals of you just talking, just having the conversation, so people can really see you for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. It's like the same thing with, like, you know, starting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel. Yeah. One thing I said to Rocko, I think in the last one, I said it to Jack, man. I talk, it's like, I need to do more of these, because it's hard to even, it's good because you get your thoughts out, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, What was I gonna say? What did you just say to me? What did you just say? Like 2 seconds ago. Do you know?
I was saying,
it's there.
what was I saying? You know?
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
It's good to have visuals of you
Oh yeah.
talking, and
It's good to have visuals of you
it's
talking.
hard to do it all because you have to rhyme.
Well, I guess I'll just say, yes, it's what I said to Jackman. It's hard not to, it's hard to not be yourself in a long form thing like a podcast. Like, if you're talking for 2 hours, unless you're really good at it, it's really hard to, completely, be cool or whatever you're trying to be, Eventually, you'll just start being yourself more.
Yeah.
And so I think that's another thing that's, it's like things like that make you kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
You have
That's
to
why
kind of
you
do
might
it.
as well just do it.
And people like it. Like, dude, I tell you, if BFB to Pac-Man started a vlog,
he is the most himself. He is the most himself person I know.
Can you imagine if he had a vlog? Oh,
That would be.
it would be fire.
wonderful.
It would get views. It'd get so many views because and I'm not saying he has to do it. I'm just saying people being themselves. People love seeing that, and it's also a great way to capitalize on that buzz that you have. If you have any buzz at all, it's
right. Because when you make
give them
music,
content.
the songs you make is having your audience grow a relationship
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, my favorite rapper is Hobson. I've been a Hobson fan for like 10, 11 years. I feel like I'm so connected with that man. I feel like I've been through everything he's been through because I watched him go through and things like that. I feel like I have a relationship with him through his music. You know what I'm saying? So when I go about writing my songs, what songs do I want out? That's the vision I go with. Like, I want you to know about my life. Like my past project, Asylum. I talked about my relationship with my brother. I talked about my relationship with my dad, my mother, my sister. I've talked about all of these things, depression, things like that. I've talked about all these things that I felt were very serious to me, so that if you really, are a fan of my music, you will hear these things and you'll get to know me a little bit better. And I want to do more songs like that. I know, it was funny because my mom was like, I talked about me being an accident. And I've talked about that a few times, and my mom would just looks at me like, stop telling people I didn't want you.
Like, stop saying that in songs.
Yeah, stop saying all of our business. But it's like, Mom, it's like a comedian when he says jokes about his family, But it's like, I have to, it's important to me that people know my life. Because I think that's just substantial. I don't want to be the guy, that is local in his city, and people run up to me and I have to, let me hurry up and, yo, what's up? Yeah, I'll take a picture with you. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
Right.
Me?
I think it's also like, I think it's like, for me, I can't help but to pour myself into the music in a way. Like, I just always do it. I just put so much into it because that's just what it is to me. So it's like, I'll naturally just say whatever it is. And a lot of the time it's therapeutic, to have a song that you wrote and you can just listen to it and you can think about what you were thinking about when you wrote it.
Yeah.
Just like those songs that you wrote about, it's personal things.
Yeah.
But it's like being in touch with yourself and writing about those personal things. It comes across to the listener as something genuine.
Yeah.
Because it is genuine.
And
that's what I really like about that kind of. I mean, I really try to every time I write anything, that's my favorite song when I write it because it's the most important thing as I'm writing it.
I have a question for you.
Oh, ask me anything. Go for it.
While you're writing, do you love it while you're writing, as you just said? but the minute you go to actually record it, is it the best thing you feel like you've ever recorded, or are you going like, man, I don't know if I like this anymore? When you hear it back to you,
it's the best thing ever.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, like, I already know what it is. So it's like, if I wrote something, it's like I had this song where it's like, as I wrote it, you know, I hear the tune in my head. It's like, I hold my eyes at the time, and all right. Okay, so when I sing it, it's going to be like, I close my eyes, let the tide roll in like, all right.
Yeah.
And there it is. That's the recording. That's everything. And I'm always on that.
That would have taken a lot of confidence from me. Just sing right now.
But that's what I'm saying. You always have to be on that. You always have to be like, if you threw a mic in front of me right now and I was ready to do it, I'm always ready to do it. Because, like, if I wrote it to do it, and I know that I can be the best fucking person that will say these words. No one's going to say them like me. Oh, yeah. So, like, because of that, I think, like...
Nobody's a better you than you.
Exactly. And especially when you're the one writing your stuff, and it's like, you know that there's this value to you. Like, you know what it means. And so that's why I said, like, I just try to put me in all of it, because it's just as soon as you're in it and you just go for it. Like, a lot of the time I've noticed people will hold back when they record. Like, they'll get in front of a microphone and then they'll have practiced their song. They'll have done it a million times, but as soon as they get in front of that microphone, they'll be like, because, you know, normally they'll go, what you gonna do? But then they get in front of the microphone, they're like, what you gonna do? Like, they're breathy all of a sudden. And I don't know where that comes from. I think it's just being nervous.
That used to be
that's time. The recording. That's why you can't do it there. I believe you. I believe it.
I have this song.
It's hard not to do it when you're starting out.
Yeah. I have this song that I'm a huge fan of right now. It's going to come out soon. But I'll say a little bit of the chorus. But I wrote this when I started. I would have came on the mic, so off rip, there's so much energy. It's just, yo, it in the bank, let's meow. I feel off in the whip, yeah. If I would have wrote that when I was 16, I would have heard the beat. I would have put the headphones like, yo, it in the bank, let's meow. I feel off in the whip with the heat on. I just been and it would have not at all.
Yeah.
Like energy is important. That's why
it is.
As soon as you said that word, I said yes, because I definitely feel like you should write to the vibe you're on at life. Because for a long time, I was just on a very slow, boom bap flow, that kind of thing. But lately, I've been on I've just been volatile. I've just been hyped up, energy, and the lyrics are still there. Don't get it wrong. I still got the bars, but I'm just saying, my energy. This is the best I've ever felt. Yeah. When it comes to making music.
And it's important to have that energy because, like, you really want to be in this state where you're constantly, like, you know, just giving that. And, cause I mean, I don't know. It's like you want to do that when you're writing. You want to do that when you're performing. You want to do that, like, when you're editing, when you're doing anything, just because if you know that you're making the best it's like what you said before about making the best thing you can make at all times.
I'm not.
Like, I could not make something bad. I could not make something bad, or else I would look at it and I go, like, literally, that's what I would do. All of my older mixes that I don't like anymore that are released, I look at them on the internet and I go, and I've been remastering mixes lately. I might I've been uploading them to YouTube just periodically, just to prove, like, no, these are good songs.
Yeah.
These are good songs. Oh my
gosh, I have,
because I know they're good.
I have songs like that I've been remastering. Yes, sir.
You've been you should call them remasters, like WRE master.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's a good one.
I thought about taking them and making a project called The Remastered.
Yeah.
But the problem is, when I was younger, I used to it's different now. I have some producers who send me stuff now, but I used to solely get beats off of YouTube. So now, and I didn't write them down.
No shame in that game, though. Yeah. No shame in that game.
I mean, it's not. I feel like that's how you start. No, exactly. Not everybody has access to
the producers hate you, but I mean,
but buy them. Yes, like, get out of that habit. If you're in that habit of just, using them because eventually you're gonna want profit.
Yeah.
So buy them now.
Well, that's the problem. It's like when you download it from YouTube, you don't really own the beat.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people don't understand at all how it works. They'll just grab a beat and try to bring it to a studio, like whatever it is.
If that song blows up, the producer's not going to go, hey, he used my beat. They're going to let that song grow and grow and grow. And once it reaches its top peak, they're going to sue you.
Yeah. Yep.
And yes, you have the publicity, but you're not getting a dime.
Well, if it's a song that is like, see, what bothers me so much is there's these freaking producers on YouTube who like to put free on their YouTube beat, but they'll put like free and then they'll put free for profit. Okay, so you got free and then you got free for profit.
Yeah. I know
free, okay, I get free because free means like we can just use it on YouTube. We can't make money off of it. Okay, sure. But then you got free for profit. Okay, I get it now. Now we're saying we can post it on Spotify and iTunes. Cool. Right? We're all following along. But now we get to this point where it's like they'll change their beat from free for profit to sold. So it's like all those people who already put it on Spotify, like it doesn't even make sense because now the guy who suffers is the guy who actually bought the beat because he bought a beat that was free for profit. Yeah. And he's not even. And the producer's not going to
go, oh no, you can't buy this beat. It's free for profit. Get out of my inbox. They're going to go,
yeah.
$50.
Exactly. It's so weird because it's like, why would you even sell it if you have it labeled for that? But they'll put it in the description. Like, it's not even like random people are asking. It's like they'll literally have it in the description, like saying, if you want to buy this, you can buy it. But then, like, it's annoying because I'll write songs to these beats. I'll write songs to free for profit beats thinking, all right, well, I mean, I put it on a streaming service. I don't care. I'll make it sound better than anybody else anyways. So I'll make it good. Yeah. And so I'll do that. But then, friggin', I go to actually release it. I go back to the beat. It's either deleted off YouTube, so I just know that they took it down because they sold it. Yeah. Or it'll say sold. And so it's like, I'm just, what am I supposed to do as the artist now? Because I'm still probably going to drop my song that I already mixed and mastered and recorded.
Spent hours.
And you were the one who told me it was free for profit. Yeah. I didn't get this idea out of the blue.
If you're a local artist, if you're doing your thing, please just buy the beat.
Yes, just buy the beat. See, the thing is, the problem I'm talking about would not exist if you bought your beats.
Yeah, just buy it.
Yeah, you should just buy your beats. You shouldn't be a lame-o spitting over YouTube beats, a little whack YouTube rapper, little baby boy.
You'll get way more publicity if you just buy the beat.
He's right, though. You'll make more money. You'll make more moolah. The ladies will love you more because they'll be like, who made this beat? You'll be like, I don't know, I bought it, though.
Because now you can make as many visuals to it as you want without having that in the back of your mind.
You mean like royalties?
Yeah. Yeah. An artist is asking you, did you make the beat? Who made the beat? You got to say, I got it off, I just found it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It makes you sound better.
Some producer messaged you, why didn't you put produced by in the title? Why'd you only put it in the description, bro?
Exactly.
I put it in my description that you have to put it in the title.
I'm guilty of all that.
Have they gotten mad at you? Shame. See, it's tough because, like, I would either want to make my own beats to solve that, or I'd want to find local producers, people that I trust, or just people online that I can, like, consistently buy beats from. Because what annoys me is, like, trying to find different beats from different people that are all these people online, because anybody can post anything. Like, you want stuff that fits you. Yeah. And so sometimes you'll find somebody who kind of fits your artistic tone, but it's not, like, always that easy.
Or if you have the option, just make your own. Study. I've been doing that lately. I'm not a producer by any means. Well, I am, but I'm not a... Energy made this one. I'm not him. I'm not a Pierre. I'm not any of that. Yeah. But I'm definitely, like, working hard because being self-made is the way to go. If you made your own beat, you directed your own video, you mixed your own music. Because I've never sent my music to somebody to mix it. But I've always had people make me beats, or I just, find them. But now I'm getting to a point where I've just been working very hard to try and make beats myself.
Yeah. That's so one of those things where it's just like, if you can do it yourself, you should do it yourself.
You get better the more you.
Dude, I push this on everyone. everyone I ever meet. Don't trust nobody. Trust no one at all. If someone tells you, oh, I can do this for you, don't trust them. Don't trust them because they'll take 3 weeks and you won't like that they took 3 weeks. Just do it yourself. Just do it yourself. Like, I mean, listen. You could have other people do these things. You could have some guy come over and film your YouTube videos for you. Or you could just grab your phone and put your phone up and film a video and edit it in iMovie in like 20 minutes. You could do that too. So like that's my point. Because so many people act like there's these barriers. You're gonna get a lot of
hate for that iMovie comment. Oh my gosh, niggas are always trashing the iMovie.
Hey,
every time
listen,
you say
I would trash iMovie. I'm just saying you could do the bare minimum if you really wanted to upload something.
You can make it happen.
Because I know why they trash iMovie. You can't do crap on iMovie. You can't do barely anything.
Oh.
Can you?
Oh.
Can you? Oh. What can you do on iMovie? You tell me.
I edit lots of videos on iMovie.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you do some advanced editing on there? You do some really high-tech stuff?
I'm teaching myself, so it's the perfect start.
All right. Well, there we go. See, and it's a great start.
It's only so much you can do on there, but, like, it's a wonderful app.
I agree with that.
That's free.
It is.
That you can just, start.
No, that I agree with. See,
I'm not saying, use it long term, though, but if you're starting, it's perfect.
Well, and the whole thing I was getting at, too, is...
I can zoom in on my face at the funny moments.
Boom. And that's what I was getting at, is if you're just trying to make stuff yourself, you could just use iMovie. And you don't need to go get a guy who can make YouTube videos or film videos or whatever and pay him like $20 an hour or whatever he's going to charge you. These random things, or get a friend with the camera.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm talking about. Like, even if you have someone that you think you could rely on, do you really want to have to do that all the time? Or would you rather just trust yourself because you know yourself?
Right. And you can get it done. That's why I mix my own music. Oh my
Boom. That's the next thing I was going to say.
Please don't listen to my old music. Oh my gosh. When I was in 9th grade making music, oh my goodness. It was horrible. I just put a crap ton of reverb and then the song was done. However, oh my gosh. This lovely lady over there has been with me at the very beginning, just about of my career. And I used to rap off of a PS3 headset. You gotta start somewhere. I used to rap off of a PS3 headset, a Lenovo laptop, on my bed that was squeaky every time I moved, but I didn't feel like standing. But I just made it happen, And at the time, people loved it at school, but like as we got older, we realized how trash it actually was. But it was just cool that, I go to school with somebody who does music, So, yeah.
Everybody hates on it. Everybody hates on that stuff.
Somewhere, and if that's iMovie, then I use.
That's the whole point you're making right now. That's the whole roundabout thing. It's just iMovie ain't that bad. That's so funny. I didn't think you were still talking about that.
I always rap it, yes, sir. Yeah.
You wrapped it up.
Mr. Rap.
Well, yes, I was gonna say too.
The cam.
What? Oh, it did? Thank you. When it comes to boom, is that camera recording? No, but now it is when I push that button. Boom, bam, 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 boom.
Are we back?
We're back, baby. We're back.
No.
All the audio listeners are like, what the heck is going on? There was a tornado. So, what I was going to say is when I was...
The only thing that messed up was the camera.
When I was in high school, dude, I was rapping. You said something about being in high school and making music. I was gonna say, like, I remember there was always, because I didn't get that much hate. There were these. I was doing ITC because I've always been like, when I was in high school, I was serious, dude.
Yeah.
I had this rapper as like, Ricky Proper was gonna be. He was one of the hosts, and he was returning, and he had this guest guy, and he was like, "Hey yo, it's Ricky Proper. Ayo, it's Ricky Proper amidst the locker. He gets Ricky Proper. He gets it popping amidst the locker. Bit the bop, bit the bop, bit the bop. I can't remember the freaking words, but I remember the rhythm.
Yes,
and I would rap, okay? And I remember I heard these girls say, "Oh, you're just an Eminem wannabe." But they didn't say it to me. They said it to the other people, and then the other people told me. Oh, it didn't hurt. I was just like, "Oh, y'all are stupid. Like, that's really what you get from that? That's really what you get from that?" I was spitting bars. And the thing is, people will see a white boy rap and they think Eminem. Like that was what it was for high school with me. Is I would rap and they would think like, oh, like you're just a dweeb.
Eminem was like, you know, not saying his buzz went down by any means, but you know, when we were younger, Eminem had just, you know, middle school. He dropped Rap God, like so he was like a booming subject for, you know, a couple years.
And that's
you know
the other thing.
When he dropped that Marshall Mathers LP.
Well, he's white rapper number one. Yeah. If you were a white rapper, you would know because people would have called you Eminem before.
Yeah, I mean, I'm called Eminem.
Do they still call you Eminem?
They called me Black Eminem.
Oh, you get that?
For a long time.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I just went with it. I said I started calling myself Slim Shady.
I believe it.
Because I was being very disrespectful. I was dropping diss tracks. Yeah, I really went with that.
I just like, because the thing was like, the other part of what you said. You could tell that they also did respect it in a way. Like, you know, even if people were talking shit, you can tell that, like, you know, they see that you're like, you're the one. You
gotta respect it.
I was the only one rapping on the news show at school. Like, come on. When I was in Teen Quest, are you familiar with Teen Quest? I tell this story a lot. Yep. But this is like one of my glory moments, okay? So I was in my Teen Quest graduation ceremony, because you know what that's like. Everybody gives a speech.
Yeah.
And it's boring. Was it boring for you? Was it just kind of like a pretty boring thing? Everybody just kind of gave a pretty boring speech and just kind of droned on. It was over. You know. Hey, I'm not hating. To everybody. I'm not hating.
Lovely speech. A+. I don't know what this guy is talking about. You did a great job on your speech.
I'm not talking crap about the speeches. I'm just saying the whole ceremony has got this tone to it where it's like it's all very oriented, not.
Well, that was people's chance to do public speaking. You know?
Boom. And so what I did is I heard about the speech and I was like, and you only have like 2 days to write it, 3 days to write it, and I get this piece of paper and it's got all these rules on it, and I'm like, oh boy, we're spitting some bars. So I like wrote a whole rap.
So you just always had this confidence. I had stage fright up until freaking ninth grade. I got anxious.
I just ignore all of that and just get in front of them. And once you start saying the words, you're there.
Just go.
You're already there. You can't stop now. So like,
gosh.
And if you're good and you're able to just ignore all that noise and just be yourself, usually people end up going, "Oh, bro, that was cool,
so
bro. That was
pretty cool."
That. So okay. So everybody else gives their like, you know, audition speeches. And when I was writing mine, I only had like a couple days. There's like, you remember what it was like if you ever saw the paper. There was like 13 rules that you had for the speech. It was very specific.
I just remember it was a thing.
It was very specific because you had to shout out like your specific area of like, you know, Teen Quest people. You had to do this thing where you were like, you know, talking about each different individual value. Because, you know, there was like, the thing about, business etiquette. You had to bring up business etiquette. You had to bring up like your positive PMA, your positive mental attitude. All these random things.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like a challenge because now I have a list of things like bullet points to put in my bars. Okay. And I had days to write it. I'm finishing.
Put in my bars.
So I'm finishing it up. As like we're like everybody else is giving their speech, like literally while they're giving theirs, I'm like, oh my god, because I have to finish writing it. And so I get in front of everybody, and I remember it starts with like, the quest is done, but the journey's just begun. It was fun here. Clearly, I wasn't under the gun, but I'm really ready now. See, I can't ask Siri how to make someone's near me.
Siri.
What is Teen Quest? A program that can deploy me to be the best employee I can be, not noisy or coy, but with poise. His choice is delicate, and you can't disrespect the business etiquette. That's the presentment of you, your tone of voice, your mood. Not rude if you want to be employed.
Yes.
Or to keep it professional. Or to be exceptional, to keep it professional. See, I'm forgetting words, but you see what I'm doing here? It's like all the speech.
Freaking bars!
Okay, and so the room of people when they heard that, the room of people when they heard that, they're like, oh my god, what was that? Like, they don't even know what to say. They're like, oh, you're the guy, you're giving the speech. Like, it's no competition now. So, which is just so funny. Because, like, that's the thing. That's when I was like, this has always been how it is. Like, I'll walk into a room and I'm just awkward. I'll be myself, but it's awkward. But then I'll rap and people will be like, whoa, you're amazing. Because it just changes.
Because you actually can rap.
Yeah.
Like, when you want to be a rapper when you're a kid, that's such a, like, really? You know what I mean? You can never say, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? A rapper. Like, it's
but it's
never
what I was saying. People don't put themselves into it. They just say, I'm going to be a rapper, and then they just be a rapper. You know? There's levels to it.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's actually a beautiful art.
Yeah, it really is. Jinx.
That's it.
But so I give that speech in front of these people.
Was that cringe? That was cringe.
I thought it was cute. I thought we had a cute moment.
Yeah, that's.
She's just a hater. Right, she's being a hater.
She goes.
Oh, did she sunk into it? I didn't know that's why she was.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, my story. So now. We're giving the speeches. This is the ceremony. 1,000 people there. We're in the freaking, like, this is the most people I've ever performed in front of. Still, to this day. So, all these people, it's like dead. The room's dead. Yeah. Because it's just, that's why I said it was boring. Because, like, the thing is, the tone of the whole thing, the vibe was just like, you know, graduation ceremony, calling up this person and this person and this person. Right, everybody be quiet. So, thank God I was the last person to go for the speeches.
This is a wonderful, like, time in your life. Like, I knew, like, after that was done, you were just like, I'm never gonna forget that.
Oh, dude. Well, it was so cool because so I was the last person to go. Like I said, it would suck to follow me because like you'd have to give another boring speech.
Yeah.
So they give their speeches and I just step up there. I say those exact things I just said. People start going, like start like trying to clap along. Like the whole room, just the whole room's like.
This guy's amazing.
Like 1,000 people are just, oh my God, because they hear a white boy just spitting bars out of nowhere at the most freaking like boring graduation ceremony they've ever been to. And so.
I wish I would have spat something at mine.
You should have.
Well, the iconic for mine was.
And I'm not hating on Team Quest. I'm not hating on Team Quest. You guys just got to play a little bit more. You got to play some, like, you know, some melody or something.
Yeah.
Lighten the mood. But what were you saying?
I have a story when I was.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me finish. Let me wrap it up.
Oh, go ahead.
So I do that. Whole room goes crazy. You know, after it, you know, I'm just walking around. Everybody's like walking up to me like, whoa, you're so cool. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And of course, like, never after that day do you get the same exact kind of. But then, like, you know, I did like a thing for my school. You can still find it. Team Quest Testimony is what the thing was called. And you can still find it because they wanted to film it for my school's news thing. And it's on like I have it on my YouTube channel now. I stole it. I put it on my own channel because I was like, this is mine.
I mean, it is.
It is. I made it. But there's still footage of the original event somewhere. But I want you to tell me, what was your story? You had a little story for me.
I mean, it's not as good as that.
Hey, that was my glory moment. That's what I had
wish
to tell
I had
you.
a moment like that.
Dude, hey, it's just you gotta just you gotta just always strive for those moments, and they will just naturally come.
I missed a lot of opportunities because when I was a kid, I had severe
anxiety, stage fright,
chronic stage fright, crippling stage fright.
Yeah.
That I rapped. I had like notebooks full of paper, but I was the type of kid where I'd make a rap and I'd make you read it. I wouldn't rap it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, 8th grade year, we had a talent show that I had no plan on performing at.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a talent show for some weeks. I knew about it. Was not gonna do it. People tried to get me to do it, but I was like, no, I'm not rapping. No. So basically,
that's like me. I would have been like, oh, opportunity, spit some bars.
You've never.
Well, what grade were you in? What grade were you in?
8th.
Oh yeah, I would have done it.
Really?
I mean, probably. Yeah.
So I had actually. Rocko Tesla is a part of this story because we went to middle school together. But another
shout out Rocko.
Yeah, another friend that goes by the name of Trey. He wrote. Okay, so to get into the talent show, obviously you had to write your name down, and then you go. So whoop-de-whoop. They tell me one day, hey, we wrote your name down, Rocko and Trey. I'm just like, what? This news is just giving me depression right then and there. I'm instantly sad. I'm instantly feeling the anxiety. I'm instantly nervous. I'm like, well, how can I erase it?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can't. We sent it in. Blah, blah, blah. And I go home and I almost cry. I didn't say a word when I got home. And, you know, mom is instantly like, what's wrong with you? What happened in school? Dad doesn't care. But mom is like, what's wrong with you? What happened in school? Why aren't you talking? You're not eating. I'm just like, I have to perform. And my mom doesn't even know I write raps at this time. She's like, perform what? And I don't want to talk about it. It's a lot for me right now. It's a lot for a 12-year-old right now. So, yeah. So, fast forward, time comes where I have to. We have to audition. So we auditioned we remixed the song. It's a song by Lil Wayne and Drake. It's like, when you come from where I'm at and where you been. And I forgot what the song is called, nor do I remember any of my lyrics. But we auditioned, and the people are just like, they're just this the whole time, just yeah. You guys
You guys were like 12 or 13?
Yes.
Oh,
Yo,
that would have been a sight to see. Oh my gosh.
I'm terrified. Now,
So you were probably like kind of nervous.
I'm rapping with the paper. Oh my gosh, I'm rapping like, where you come from, where I'm at. It's gonna take. Oh my gosh, I'm rapping with the paper. I was like, maybe if I rap with the paper, we won't make it. They didn't care at all. They still loved it. So,
I bet they. Oh, you were trying to sabotage?
Yeah, of course.
And it didn't work. Yeah. It didn't work because you guys were so good.
Yeah,
you're too good.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
No offense to them, but we know. I'm gonna
go
get
on.
there.
Go on.
The day comes where we perform.
Okay.
Rocko is nowhere to be found.
Oh no, Rocko Tesla.
We're like,
apologize.
He's selling. Like, so we call him.
Oh no.
And we're just like,
oh no.
Not answer. No answer. He does the chorus. Trey has the first verse. No, chorus, Trey, chorus, Ree.
Okay.
And we're just like, he's not here. So we're calling him. He's not answering. But an hour before he calls us, he calls me, and he's just like, you know his voice, he's just like, yo, hello? He sounds away from the phone. I'm like, yo, where you at? Right now, at this time of life, I'm calling him Richard. Like, Richard, where are you at? And he's just like, oh, it's today or wherever you say. I'm like, nigga, yes, it's today. In an hour, right now. Get here right now.
Oh
my goodness. It's just like,
oh no.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there now, and you're sitting. Yeah, exactly.
Come here. Where you at? Come to the school. So he does get here about 15 minutes
he showed up?
Before we have to perform. So we're rehearsing, and I'm just like, I'm forgetting my lyrics. I didn't take my paper up when we went up, but I'm trying to memorize it. I'm like, this isn't going well. This is not working out. Can we concede? My heart is pumping. I've never, ever performed in my life before this talent show. Let me break this down to you. Our school goes from, I believe, first grade all the way up into 8th grade. So yes, I'm at the top of the school. You know, did your school do an 8th grade graduation?
I wish. That would be
Our school
cool.
did an 8th grade graduation. So I'm like a 12th grader right now. You know what I'm saying?
Big boy.
Big Ree. Doing big things. Big bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't have a job yet. Boy getting paid. I'm at the top. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking up to me. Now, at this time, no, I did go by Mr.
Ree in his prime.
I spelled it differently, though. I think I spelled it MR_WRE. I literally spelled it Mysterwre. And then I thought that was kind of lame later down the road. But anyway, that's not important right now. The assembly, we had an assembly.
Okay.
The entire school goes in this assembly. So you have bleachers, you have in front of you, you have on sides, and then you have just a bunch of little kids sitting all around the floor. And there's this, like, yay big, and it just shoots as a line of space, and that's the room you have to perform. I wonder how they would do it now if they had COVID back then. But yeah, everybody was just squished on each other. Kids were saying crisscross applesauce. If you're in middle school, you're on the bleachers. So I'm just like act after act after act. I'm not seeing much energy in the assembly. I was just like, yo, they're not gonna like my verse. They're not gonna like the song. The song sucks. The song is a failure.
This is like, before you go on.
Yeah, we're like,
no.
3 people before me, 2 people before me, 1 people. Now,
I can feel like the way you describe it. I
hope I'm describing it well.
I know what that's like, dude. Like,
yeah.
I'm able to just ignore. It's funny because, like, I know what anxiety is. Like, when I get into these situations, it's actually the 1,000 people thing was easier than having a smaller group of people. Like, if I have 5 people, that's more awkward than if I have, like, a big pool of people.
It's like that for me now.
Yeah.
It's easy to perform in front of 10,000 people than 10.
Yeah, because it's like, it's just an empty pool of faces now. I can just ignore that.
Right.
But it's like, I feel like,
yeah,
I can totally get what you're saying because, like, you get all of these feelings of, like, self-doubt. It's like, you're going into this situation where you don't know what's going to happen. But you do know that you could ruin it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I could mess this up. And if I do mess this up, I'll look so stupid and everybody will not know how good I actually am.
And I know how to play it off at that age. If I messed up, I'm just... You know what I'm saying? Making awkward faces, looking stupid. But now I've learned to just embrace it. You're human.
You got to roll with the punches.
Yeah. So we go up there. Ooh. I'm walking. And I feel like I'm shaking every step I'm taking.
Oh, boy.
Bars. So we go up there and we get to the center.
Okay.
And I think Trey said something like, "Yeah, y'all ready? We got us." Trey was very nervous.
Yeah.
I'm getting chills right now thinking about this. I never told the story so vividly until now. Now that I think about it.
This is the time and place.
Yeah, I think he was just like introducing the song. Nobody asked him to do that. Trey just did that. I guess he was trying to build his confidence.
Okay.
This was his gazer. So they played the beat.
It's time. The beat's playing. It's time.
I don't know how to get lit. Right?
So you think you were just standing there?
I'm just walking. I'm just. Turning as Rocko is saying his chorus.
All right.
And then Trey goes rapping, and it's going okay. We're not getting much energy from the audience. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No offense, but we're not getting much. Like, yes, they're I'm looking at some heads are bobbing. I see some people smiling. I see some people laughing.
But the thing is, you got to remember, you're seeing what you're seeing too,
right?
Because it's like in that moment, you probably had all these thoughts in your brain. So every single person you see not paying attention, it's just like, oh, they.
But let me put something into perspective for you.
Okay.
I was that nigga in 8th grade.
Oh yeah.
Let me just flex real quick for the people who didn't go to school.
Yeah, tell the people who don't know you.
I was the rapper.
Yeah.
All the girls wanted me. I had I know I got this going on right now, but I had 360 waves in my head. You know what I'm saying?
He's a different man.
All the teachers liked me. I wasn't a teacher's pet, but all the teachers, I was like their favorite student. I was that dude. I like saying it humbly now. I was really that guy in middle school. So everybody, no offense, but I feel like everybody was kind of waiting for my part. Because, like I said, I would never rap in front of people. I would just always write it down. Like, yes, I had stage fright, but I was still, like, one of the more popular kids in school. Just because I did rap, because I was attractive, and I was smart. I was funny. But I definitely wasn't the center of attention kind of kid. I was just respected because I was always put to myself. I had a lot of passion for rap, things like that. So when my moment came, instantly I hear somebody scream. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. I heard somebody scream, and then I just grabbed them like, when you even from where I'm at? It's gonna take a lot to see where I've been. A young little kid coming out of Flint. I don't really remember my verse at all, but that's kind of how I was going.
Yeah.
So I was rapping on that flow. I didn't know. I don't know how I looked, but I just know what I was saying. Any stage fright, any nervous, any anxiety that I had, it instantly left.
Really?
Because I was getting a lot of energy from the crowd when I was rapping. That's what I remember. Now, here's the part that's messed up.
Uh-oh.
I had the fast part. I guess I went too long for them, but I had the fast part in, so like da 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 da, and I had when I hop in the Benz, and then I hopped in again, feeling like hops and again topped it. I had something like that, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I was going to get to that part,
okay,
they cut it.
Oh, so
I should have just went acapella.
That's what I was about to say.
I really should have, but they were like, bro, when I tell you by the time I got to that part of my verse, the whole assembly was yelling. I never felt like such a celebrity. Yo, I felt like somebody. I really did. Like,
so
that energy put me in a whole another mindset when I was rapping.
Totally.
They cut the beat. And I wish I would have just kept rapping. I wish I would have just said, bump y'all niggas, I'm finishing my verse. Because it was only like 8 bars, but they were fast. That was the best part of my verse.
Yep.
So I told myself, I made a promise to myself, I will never do that again.
The next time that moment comes, I'll say those bars a cappella.
Yeah, I'm just rapping. Screw you.
I respect that.
I would never do that again because I regret it to this day. I don't have many regrets in life, but that's
a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if
there's anything I would ever regret in life, it's missed opportunities, things that I could have done or had. Things like that.
If I would have finished that, I feel like we would have won first.
You think so?
We won second.
Oh,
but
I was in a talent show, but there was no winners, and
Really?
I can't even say if I won or not.
Really? You're just like,
I just know I won.
I won.
I just know I won.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
you already knew.
The people we lost against, rest in peace, William Coppage, but I think he was like a 6th grader.
R.I.P. boy.
Who passed away. And at the same time, that's when the song, it's been a long day without you, my friend. Some woman, not woman, some
that
girl.
Sounded good. That sounded good in my headphones.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
You need to start doing soul.
Some girl sung that in respect to Coppage.
Okay.
Now, rest in peace. I can respect that to this day, But I feel like that was cheese.
His true feelings come out.
I felt like that was kind of cheese.
I know I won.
Of course.
Dude, all you had to do was spit. All you had to do was spit acapella. You should have just spit acapella. You wouldn't be having to say this right now.
Yeah. But no, like for real, like yes, rest in peace to William. I've put William in multiple songs.
Oh, you did shout outs and everything?
Multiple songs.
You talked about him?
But that's who we lost to. And congratulations.
Congratulations
to that girl who won though. That took a lot. That was a really nice thing to do.
Yeah.
For you to sing for somebody who passed, because it was a really heavy thing at the school at the time.
Oh, I thought the person who passed away was the person who won. You're saying they sang for someone who passed away.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
I would never. I'm not that cold-hearted.
I was like, whoa, bro, damn.
Yeah, they sung the song for the person who passed, but at the same time,
I thought he was throwing disses to the grave.
Nah, man.
I thought he was like, listen, R.I.P., but I know I beat you, okay?
Yo, that's crazy.
That's what I thought you said. But no, either way, yeah, okay, she won. She won fair and square.
Congratulations.
She wrote a song as a tribute. That was actually really nice of her. That was really nice of her.
A lot.
Shout out girl that wrote that song.
Right. We was better though.
One thing I wanted to say in relation to your story, because it relates to the anxiety thing, is like when I was in 11th grade, I was the class prince. Like
really?
What? Like, what? Dude.
Whoa.
Me? Like, honestly, to this day, I'm confused about that. Like, to this day. Because I think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. You guys chose me. Because anxiety convinces you. Anxiety convinces you. And, like, it really convinces you that nobody really likes you. Mm-hmm. Nobody really cares about what you have to say. Nobody really likes you. Nobody, like, I'll sit here and I'll actually believe this. And then something like that will happen, and I'll realize, like, oh, all of these people totally do, like, at least acknowledge my existence. Yeah. Like, it was such a strange thing for me because, like, you're there, and they chose you, and they voted for you. And, like, I didn't ask for it. That's the other thing is I wasn't, like, campaigning for, like, class prints or anything.
Right. It's
it
just happened. Like that remind you, like, you mean something to somebody.
It was so weird because it's like, in my eyes, I never thought of myself as popular. I've never thought of myself like that. Or I've never valued myself as like, oh, I'm this like cool kid that people like, everybody knows me. Mm. It was such a strange thing to get this like actual real life, reminder. And it's things like that are so like, I think they're invigorating. Like, they make you realize what is so... with that invigorating, it breathes life into, like, what you're doing, And I think it's just it's valuable. Yeah. It really matters a lot, because if you are just walking around...
Invigorate.
No, I just told you, it breathes life. Invigorate. I think, or strengthens, right? Vigor is strength.
Give strength or energy to. Boom. I'm putting that in the song.
Invigorate's a good word.
Yeah.
You should make an album called Reloaded, by the way.
Reloaded?
Reloaded. Like we could put something before it. Like, that would make it even cooler. But, like, Reloaded?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Remix, Reloaded.
I'm scared to battle rap somebody.
Oh, me
and
too.
They just do a whole verse of just Rees. A whole round of just punchlines. Just name flips. Oh, my gosh. It's too easy. I do it to myself.
It is too easy. You're right. You're right. Man, I'm going to get called Russ if I ever get dissed. Immediately I'll get called Russ. So I'm going to say that now. I'm going to do the Be Rabbit. I'm going to do the Be Rabbit thing. You guys can't call me Russ because I know I'm Russ.
Russ is my name.
Russ is my name, okay?
Yeah, somebody's going to hit you with a Russell Simmons bar.
Russ is going to get mad at me. He's going to see this and be like, no, you're not Russ. Change your name.
Did you go to prom?
Of course. I went to 3 proms. Because I was actually with the girl that was a year before me, so I was able to go 3 times.
So you didn't go with a boy?
No.
That sucks.
Why? You thought I was gay?
No. Whoa. I just, I don't discriminate. I don't judge,
Did you think I was gay?
No, I was just...
I wouldn't care.
No, I didn't.
That's funny.
I was going to ask you, though, did you go with a girl or boy? Just because I don't judge.
I went with the girl. But, like, I mean... Yeah. I would never judge anybody for whatever.
How'd you ask her?
Oh, well, she comes up to me, and she's, like, beautiful, and a beautiful woman. And I say to her, like, now I'm just trying to remember.
Will you go to prom with me?
Hey, baby, will you go to prom with me? Said it like that. Really grovelly. And then she was taken aback, but, flattered. Flabbergasted, even.
She's just like... No.
Yeah, she said no. 3 weeks. 3 weeks it took to convince her. But once we finally went, it was a really good time. And then I got her to go 2 more times because
Can you wiggle his mouse?
Oh.
I don't know why
that
just like.
The thing is, it's freaking wireless. So really, what I should have done forever ago is this. Because I just like having the screen on.
Yeah.
But
I like to see my vocal passages.
That's what I'm saying. See, normally I don't have that speaker in the way, and I can actually just turn the screen. See, okay, I'm going to say this now in this moment of the podcast. Okay. See, Ruse got a stew, baby. Ruse got a stew, baby. And there's a little bit of Ruse Stu. That's what I'm going to start calling it, actually. I thought about that already.
But now somebody's going to hit you with a Ruse 21 bar.
Ruse Stu. Say that 5 times fast. Forever. You said it forever. Oh.
Forever 21. Rue 21. Now somebody's going to hit you with
you're right.
A Ruse Stu.
You're right.
Saying you,
there's so many rooster jokes. See, the thing is, like, I respect all that, though. Please diss me. Because if you diss me, I can diss you back and we're allowed. That's fun.
Ruse got some more fish to fry.
There ain't enough diss tracks out here. I swear. I'm always saying that because I think it's fun. Like, it really is fun.
Can we do this right now?
Yes.
On the snippet that you posted on Fish to Fry.
Oh, here it is.
Can you slowly say what you said?
Oh, that part?
Yeah.
Dude, it was hard to get it right because that's like, yeah, you better lose it. Oh,
yes.
First try. Yeah, you better lose it. That's what I'm saying. Sentimental, when I catch a pencil, yeah, you better lose it. The hard part is the pause. Sentimental, when I catch a pencil, yeah, you better lose it. Because you gotta stop.
So fire.
Yes.
I wish I could do that, but I can't.
Dude, the thing is, I never do that. I never rap fast.
Yeah, you better lose it.
And it was hard to write because, like, the way I was styling after his verse, and he does that part where he speeds up. So I was thinking, like, how do I do this in my own way? Yeah. So I don't say sentimental, but I bet I'm mental. Because it's harder if I say sentimental, but I'm bent, I'm mental. So sentimental, when I catch a pencil. When I catch a pencil, yeah, you better lose it. The other thing about rapping fast is it's all about vowels and consonants. So if you're flowing in and out, sentimental, when I catch a pencil, yeah, you better lose it. Your mouth is going up and down like you're just constantly. But the thing is, I just don't like doing that all the time because it gets to a point where it's like, I can't even figure out what's going on here. You can't have 10
songs straight where you're doing that because when you perform live, oh my God.
That too. And the thing is, to an audience, it's harder to come across sometimes if all your songs are rapid fire. But to show that you can do it is cool. And that was what that song kind of was in that moment. Yeah.
Who's your...
I'm glad you asked because, like, that I had fun writing that.
I had to hear that right now in the flesh. In Ruse Stu.
In the Ruse Stu.
Yes.
It's and that was such a cool part because, like I said, I don't normally do that speed up thing. So it was like, sentimental, and I don't know. It's like, it's also just knowing you can do it. Like, it was just a matter of, okay, this is the part where I got to rap fast. Here we go.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. It's like what the song calls for.
Yeah.
If I didn't rap fast there, it would not be the same. So, like, little things like that.
That song stick out for me. I was like, boom.
And it comes out of nowhere. Because before that, you're just kind of getting like this kind of slow vibe thing, and then
it instantly grabbed my attention. Like, on that when you were showing different songs. You know what video I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
You're showing different songs.
You're talking about on my Instagram.
Oh my God! Yeah, I was like, bro.
What you want? See the things, and I do different voices, so I'm doing like a what you want? Well, I'm on one boy, get you slipping, but the flipping, do you hold on? Like,
that's been stuck in my head for weeks. I'm going to sleep and I'm just like, well, I'm on one.
That's so funny, and that's such a good hook to me.
Catchy.
It's just a good hook because it's like, what you on? Well, I'm on one. It's just simple. It's just simple. I'm not trying to make it complicated. It's just that's like fire. You know, and that's like, oh man, dude, I ain't trying to talk trash. But when people go and they post like top 5 hook game rappers in Flint and they don't put me in their list, I go, because I know my hooks are so fire. Yeah. And you know, it's like what I said earlier, I gotta just be humble. But oh, dude, I just be writing such fire hooks. I would make this guy wake up in his sleep with my hooks. He just said it himself. He wakes up and says my words.
Yeah.
But like, oh, dude, So I should ask you too. While I got you in the Ruse Stu, when it comes to writing music, because you're a pretty lyrical guy, I would say. I think your music is like, it takes like a direction where, you know, it's conceptual and lyrical in that sense, and you're not just writing on the surface level. You're writing kind of to you know, it's not just basic rap.
Right.
So when you write a song, when it comes to like, you know, you got a beat, wherever you got it from, how do you conceptualize that song? Like, how does that come about in your brain where you really put it together and you really kind of figure out what the song is going to be? Because, you know, do you figure it out beforehand? Like, do you... Or does it just kind of freestyle kind of thing?
I hear the beat. Well, there's plenty of times where I'm writing the first thing I think of.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's a lot of what I do, because I feel like, you know, I'm just I'm so good. I don't have to pick apart different lines. Or I could do this. Or I could like I don't.
Do you revise your stuff pretty often, or you usually just that is the way it is?
I'm just that good.
I'm the same. I'm the same way. I never ever.
I feel.
I never change my words. Like unless I one time in like every 100, I might go back and change a line.
The only time I change is when I record it and I'm doing my mixing.
And then you realize, you know what? I agree with that. I actually know what you're talking about. Or like you hear a song 10 times.
Something later. Like,
yes.
I wrote this like 2 weeks ago. I'm just now recording it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm mixing it. And now I'm hearing it from my ear 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going, you know what? It might sound better if I actually do something like this. Or I'm actually not feeling that anymore like I was. Sometimes it's not even the lyrics. It's just my flow.
Yeah.
No, that's really how I write now. So the lyrics are the easiest part for me. Mm-hmm. It's how do I make this song stand out with the flow?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to just like, I'm a hippie to the don't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what people hear when they like hear my lyricalness, you know, now. Because I just feel like I've been doing this same lyrical flow for a long time that I'm just now, you know, like I said, I have tons of music in the vault, but I'm just now starting to step out of just focusing solely on my syllable capacity. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to branch out and make my music more interesting. So like now I might be able to play this song at a party. Mm-hmm. It's still showing a lot of my personality, a lot of my lyricality. Bars. It's showing all of that. But I just want to do it in a different light. And the person... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's tough because you want to be yourself, but at the same time, it's like what you just said, you want to have stuff that people could play at a party, at the right settings, because it's like, for me, I feel like I ain't got anywhere near enough, like, trap stuff. I don't get anything with, like, that flint sound. Mm-hmm. Like, if I had one song with just, like, those crazy piano, you know, and then just some, like, trappy-ass drums, just like those flint beats that have been floating around.
That's where it comes with the versatility.
Exactly.
Because honestly, I've tried to do that so many times, and everything I've came out with sucked.
You didn't like it?
No, but not everything. I'm just now starting to feel like I can do it. But trying new things is what makes it fun. You know what I'm saying? I still got my, like, can I show something off my phone?
Oh, yeah. What would help is if you send it to me after, and I can actually drop it in the audio of the podcast.
Yeah, I have.
So that way I can clean it up.
Mm-hmm. So you'd rather me do it that way?
Oh, well, just play it. Like, actually play it out loud, and I'll just sync it up. Yep.
You want me to just play it?
Yeah, so I can hear whatever you're going to play.
It's unreleased. But it's featuring Rocko, but I don't think he's going to care.
Okay.
I'll just play my part. Yo. Like, I still have it when I want to use it. But lately, I've just been, you know, trying a new style.
Well, what I was going to say is, like, I think it's always about doing, like, you're trying to be, it's like, you know, it's that being yourself thing. If you're being something else, you're not being yourself, and then all of a sudden...
What are you doing?
Yeah, you're being a hip-hop artist. Like, I'm going to rap on this song. I'm going to be a cool rapper. Rather than, like, just saying, this sounds like a song where I could just sing. And then out of nowhere, you're just, like, singing something on a hip-hop beat. Yeah. And that could be the most creative thing you could do with that. Rather than just spitting some regular bars over the 808s like you would have. So I think it's like, you know, being yourself naturally leads to those types of things where you can, like, automatically just, like, hop on a beat and just start singing R&B instead of, like, you know, doing whatever the next guy's going to do. Because you want to stick out in the end.
Right.
And who you are is unique. It always is. Yeah. No matter who you are,
if you're not being yourself, then what are you doing it for? You know? Why would you be somebody else? Just why?
Yeah, just why?
Just why? Like,
just why?
Grow up.
Grow up.
Please. You ready?
I'm ready.
This is hey, you're gonna hear the name and go, what? What does that even mean? I'm just gonna say, I don't know. This is called Chlamydia.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. Okay.
This how you get fake rich.
I'm an old one, nigga, out of those slums, nigga, Top of the beanstalk, vote from, nigga, Yeah, I got a lean walk, guns talk, nigga, You don't wanna see one, don't start, I get it done. You know that I'm really one, feeling getting rid of them. Silly nigga sitting down, I'm trying to get a million. Turn the kid to pixie dust. I know chicks that's giving up the lust for less than 50 bucks, and you niggas lift them up. Flint really wishing for a savior, I'ma give the crush. You could give your rhymes and riddles, really, that ain't really much to read, that's really kitty lunch. I could throw a verbal kick and punch and her with idioms. The kid is here disturbing with his pen and worthy busy puns. Wrecking dudes and hurting youth with turbulence. You thought the plane was sturdy, but it really won. And my girl thicker than Chlamydia. I'm bringing bigger guns than Sandy Hook through the Connecticut. Oh shoot!
Is this new? Is this new?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And if I get chlamydia, then I'ma hit her with. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, if I want to go there, I can go there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I say that to say this though. Trying new things just make it fun. That's
agree.
all. You know, like Kendrick Lamar has been on this auto-tune vibe lately, and I've been hating it.
You don't like it? I don't know. I don't know if I've
just
heard any
now
of his newer
starting-
stuff. Now that I think about it.
He hasn't dropped the album in like 3 years.
No.
But he's been featured on different stuff. Like that Travis Scott song, I think Goosebumps.
Yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
Like stuff like that is just like, please just, can you rap? Like, I don't know if you heard, but he was just on Busta Rhymes' album, which by the way was an incredible album to me. And he was back on that lyrical stuff. Well, you have to when you're rapping with Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
But like, he killed it, and I was just like, this is the K Dot we've been missing. Like,
Where'd he go? Where
You know
did
what I'm
K-Dot go?
saying?
But the
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
like, it's the same thing.
it's
Like,
the
you know,
hair.
oh snap! You can like dislike it, and you cannot like that he's switching up his thing. But at the same time, it's almost like it's hard to completely, you know, because he is just being himself. Like every
Yeah.
artist changes over time, and
Yeah.
they're never what they were. And so it's so like, you know, it's a catch-22. It's like bands. Like no band is gonna sound like they did 10 years ago, unless
Right.
you're super lucky. You know, it's just
Yeah.
so rare, and so stuff like that. It's like, you know, and also it's always hit or miss. Like, you know, anybody with anything, you never really know if, or unless you're like no one's a perfect being. So
Yeah. I can respect it a lot more now because, yeah, I've been, you know, doing it myself.
Yeah.
It's the audio. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I've been starting to, you know, do it more myself. So now I can kind of like understand, you know, when they do it.
Yeah, I just think that like it's about, you know, being unapologetically yourself, because there's always going to be people who will try to detract from whatever it is. So that's why it's tough, because like Kendrick with that verse, yeah, of course you could say it's whack, but at the same time it's like, what else would he have done?
Right.
The traditional Kendrick thing,
Well,
and then
he
someone else
probably
would have
goes
said it
through
was
the
whack.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just like that. He probably goes through the same thing that I be going through. I feel like
Yeah.
people say I'm too lyrical, things like
Everybody gets that though,
Yeah.
like no matter what. That's why you just have to have that confidence and know that what you're doing is what you're doing, and it, you know, because if you let it get to your head,
Yeah.
they'll convince you. They'll convince you like, oh man, maybe I do sound like way too much like this guy or this
Yeah.
guy, and then you're all self-conscious about it, and now you're all worried about like
that. Right.
whether or not you sound like something.
Yeah.
Whereas it should just be being yourself first and not ever even, because sometimes you will sound like this, but that versatility or the versatility, that's where they're going to get those differences. That's where you're going to sound like completely yourself. And then-
Sometimes being yourself does sound like somebody though. You know?
yeah.
Sometimes you do sound like somebody else. But you truly do feel like,
That's what I mean.
you know,
Yeah.
that's who you're. But
Because
if
your
that's the
influences
case-
are you in a way. I think that
Yeah.
it comes through in that way.
right.
But if that's the case,
yeah, but if that's the case, then just excel in
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree.
excel in that.
Or at least take that and show that you can do that, and then completely different
Make
things.
it your own, yeah.
Exactly, and take that and make it your own, because like you aren't just that. Like if somebody compares you to something, you are so much. Like, you know, a lot of the time, it's like that thing. Everything is a remix. Like, you know, you could say that this is a combination of this and this and this, but then those things you're comparing it to are just combinations of different things. Like everything is this different version of this other thing, and it's playing off of that. And so I think in that sense, it's like, you know, it doesn't really matter if something sounds like something else, as long as it's effective in what it's trying to communicate or accomplish. Like that's really what's important.
How can people leave this project knowing that was you? You know what I'm saying? Remembering, oh yeah, I've heard this before. I know who that is. How do you not just become another local artist? And that's what I feel like I've been learning in my journey of being an artist, you know, mixing my own music, writing my own music. I feel like I've been learning a lot how to sort of stand out, but I know I still sound like Eminem sometimes, or I still sound like the baby sometimes lately. Yeah, it's unreleased music, but they're gonna hear it and go, oh yeah, he kind of sounds like the baby in this, you know, but you're still gonna know it's me.
Yeah.
I've been, you know, working more and more how to find out, like, ad-libs. You know what I'm saying? That's key, to have your own ad-lib. I think a lot of people overlook that, you know. Yeah.
Who am I talking about?
Chance.
Yep.
Of course.
And there it is.
See?
Yeah. He does it so well too. Rocco's got his three. I told him I'm jealous, dude, because that's good. That's good stuff. 3.
Yeah.
I wish I had a 3 because I don't have one. Ruse goes, yo, like, like I don't got any like word I say.
Work on that, man. I'm telling you.
I do that sometimes. But
that's gonna be fun.
That's a good one.
Having your own ad-lib
It is
like patenting your own soap.
I agree.
Yes,
I had this conversation.
Everybody needs it.
I had this conversation with the rapper Lil Twain earlier, and we were basically talking about the same thing. And he was talking about Chameleonaire, and I never even knew. That's why Chameleonaire is named Chameleonaire, and that's his whole thing. Is he'll have songs where he'll just rap like completely different people sometimes.
Yeah.
And he's like a chameleon in that way. Right? I never knew that. And so now it's like that adds such value. And you realize like he is so much more talented than you give him credit for, because he's able to switch his voice up in so many ways and switch his style up in the way he writes. Like it's not just one thing, it's the whole package.
Yo, that's freaking fire.
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
Right? Chameleonaire. I
so
never knew that was what
genius.
his name meant. Is that what you're realizing too? Chameleon?
Yo.
Right? And that's his style. It's always never the same exact thing. He's kind of switching it up because he's a chameleon.
I couldn't do that though.
I feel like it
But
comes
that's
naturally
fire.
with people who are really just kind of tapping into that.
Yeah.
I mean, he does it in a different way though, because he's emulating particular artists a lot of the time. Like he'll
that's
sound
talent.
like one guy.
That's
It
talented.
reminds me, it's like the pre one song in 20 styles. Like, remember that YouTube guy?
Yeah.
Where he would do like a song in like a bunch of different styles. It's like that, but like before that ever happened.
Right.
Like he was the first one to
Like,
ever
that's
do
his
it.
career.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's actually his music.
Yeah. So yeah. I got my camera. It died right here. I don't know where my other battery is. See, the other thing I was going to say about the Ruse Stu, because I was going to get onto something when I said that, is that the Ruse Stu is a WIP, boys and girls. It's a work in progress. See, this thing is going to be beautiful if you give me a little bit of time. I got some things to throw up. I got some curtains to throw up. But right now, I had somebody come over for a podcast. I was like, I think I'm prepared. I don't think I was prepared as I thought I was. And now I can't really find my other battery without causing a hazard. So I think what I'm going to do, is I'm going to say that this... and the camera's still on you. We still got a camera on Mystery over there. So that one is still live and rolling. The people still got to see your beautiful face this whole time.
I'm just going to stare in the camera as you talk. So they have something actually nice to listen to.
You might as well. They'll listen to your eyes. They'll just stare into them, and they'll hear it. But what I was going to say is, it's I feel like How long we been going? What does that time say on there?
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. So we could keep going. It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you because that camera can keep going. I don't care. I don't feel like looking for that battery. What do you think? Should we wrap it or should we keep going for a little bit longer? What do you think? It's up to you.
I think you should definitely have me again sometime.
Very smooth, my friend. And then now you go ahead and you give him a closing statement.
Just starving.
No, yeah, go for it. No, that's why I asked. And go ahead and give him a closing statement then. Whoa. Show him that shirt while you're at it. Pull that shirt out. I didn't even notice. That's how observant I am. Boom, Mysterwre. Dope.
Yes, sir.
Shop Mysterwre. Asking for a t-shirt. Maybe I'll give you one.
Shout out to
the girl. Shout out to Case.
Over here. I got this for my birthday. I want to take this moment to say a lot is going on. In my life right now. I have music.
Yeah.
I'm streaming at Mysterwre. Relationship channel, K-Dub family. This is gonna be coming to you.
That's not Modern Warfare. That's Mystery.
Yeah, this is Mystery. Yeah, it's not the trash can thing either. But yeah, I have merch coming.
Oh, it does look like the trash can. I wouldn't have even.
All right,
that is so funny.
We didn't have to spend extra time on the trash can. Stop dissing my clothing brand, okay?
I'll shut up. Shut up. Just keep going.
You're not gonna look like a trash can. But yeah, I'm planning to have merch coming out, sooner than later. I have that going on.
Yeah.
I have the project on my Instagram. Follow my Instagram at Mysterwre. Rether. That I don't know if you'll do this cool edit because I know you saw the picture because you just liked it before I got here, but it's me with the fire.
Oh yeah, I did.
Rether. Oh. It's coming out. That's the project I'm working on right now. I'm saying this on the public for the very first time. It's gonna have Rocko on there, D-Royal on there, Jace Fetty on there. It's gonna have Faint Crew on there, Big Room. They're gonna be on there, and that's a really dope. I don't have a release date right now, but that's a project that I really want to be like something.
Yeah,
I want that to be something. Every other project has been a thing, but I want this to be something.
Don't we all want to be something?
So, yeah, that's what's going on in my life. I just want to thank everybody. If you got this far to the podcast, I just want to thank you for always supporting me. This lovely lady that I keep bringing up has been with me while I was in the hospital bed. To look at me now, I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. New project. Now recorded on a studio software called Logic. So I'm out of that Audacity. The music is sounding much better quality now. And I'm getting really good at mixing, if I do say so myself. So hopefully, that's why I say I want this to be something. Because this should be a huge step, like a Shaquille O'Neal step from my last project. So yeah, I'm really excited for what I got going on. I know I haven't been dropping music consistently, but I feel like I dropped, a lot this year. I had 2 music videos. I dropped an album. I worked with Rocko, made some music for him. I feel like I've done a lot of music this year, so I'm just kind of slowing down on posting, but I'm in the studio all the time, and I plan on 2021 being like, I have some really big plans for next year. I'm not. You're gonna see. I'm not just saying it. I'm gonna be about it. So, 2021 is gonna be my year. I'd love to do some work with you. If you're interested in recording some music, I think that would be some great songs. And that's my life right now, man. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
I think Ruse and Mystery could make some magic, some mysterious magic. I think that I agree with your point that you know, I mean, I guess it wasn't a point, but the idea of making it something, you know, we should always strive to make the next thing that we're making the best thing we can possibly make, the best representation of what we currently are. Yeah. Because, you know, there's nothing more important than putting that out there. And if you're a creator, I should say, there's nothing more important than putting that honest representation of what you want people to see out there. Because in the end, it's all about what they can really go and see. And, you know, you heard it here first, folks. 2021 is going to be the year. Mystery masks.
Yes, sir.
Popped out. They popped out. And I also should say, too, like, I would be totally down to work with you because, you know, like I said, you know, I respect your style. I respect, like, your lyricality. And I think, you know, I would work with anybody. But it's a pleasure to work with people who kind of have a similar kind of vibe and tone. And so, you know, if it just comes down to, like, because it's usually as simple as popping open a verse, boom, there we go, throwing it over to you, which is honestly what we ought to figure out. We'll find a spot for one another here real soon, or you'll just be in the Ruse Stu one day. I'll be over at the Mystery Palace, and then we'll just have ourselves a time. So thank you so much for being here. That's for you and that's for our listeners. Yes, appreciate you. Oh, elbows. We got the Rona times. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we just did elbows. Maybe off camera. Maybe you saw. Maybe you didn't. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Ruse Radio.
Yes, sir.
Clocking out.